Hello, hello, hello. Here we are again, Periscope here on Freedom Friday. Where are my sisters at? Where are my sisters? Hey, Michael Jackson. If you can type your name, where you from, while I wait on some people. Hello, hello. I'll give a little time for some of you to come in. Hello. Who's online? Stajadal. Who's online? Hello. MM703. Hello. If you can type your name. Hey, Tamala. Type your name as you come in. I'm waiting for a few more ladies or gents to come in before we get started with Freedom Friday. The short and to the point scope. Hey, how are you? I'm just giving a few more people time to come in for this quick scope. I'm good. I'm blessed too. That's good. Good. I'm waiting and waiting for just a few more minutes so that we can talk about Jesus being my matchmaker. I don't know if you were, did you watch the one from last week, Tamala? Amen. Not sure if you watched the first scope last week. You did. Okay. So we'll be doing this every Friday. As I have been asked to or told to by my Father in heaven. So this is what we're gonna do, Freedom Friday, especially for the ladies, but everyone that comes in. Oh, where is Egypt? Okay, I'm just gonna give probably just about one more minute, and while we wait, let me show you this that I got for Christmas. One of my friends bought this. Look at this. 60. Isn't this the perfect gift for me? I was like, oh, that was sweet. It wasn't really, well, I got it after Christmas, but you know. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started. Isn't this just like the perfect gift? The little things, it's the little things that count. All right, so I'll get started, and I'm sure some other people may come later on as we go along. But this time I even have a few notes, but we're going to talk about Jesus is my matchmaker. And just like last Friday, I also had an experience already today. So, about this topic. So the entire week I'm like, okay, God, what are we going to talk about this Friday? And so today we're talking about Jesus is my matchmaker. So, when we are single, and I don't think that I always will be talking to just single people, but this may apply to other things aside from relationship. But when we are single, a lot of people seem to be concerned or seem to be so caring in a way that they try to help you out. They try to come in and thank you, Tamala. So they try to help you out because they think you are a great person, or they think that you're too old, or they think that you need to have more kids, and they kind of rearrange your life in their minds, and they try to connect you with other people. I'm laughing because of what happened and just thinking about the times that people have tried to connect me with someone. So they try to connect you, and that can apply to, if you're not single, that can apply to connections business-wise, connection even with friendship, connection even at church. Somebody sends you to a church because they think they know what you need, and it's really nothing from God. So that's why this topic came about, Jesus being my matchmaker. We have to be careful. Like a lot of people, and they don't do it out of evil intent. For the most part, most people that try to connect you with someone, they do it for Hey, Cassandra. They do it because they want to see you happy. And I'll give you a brief testimony about in 2011, someone connected me with a person that didn't even live in the same city with me that I lived in. And long story short, I ended up dating this person for about a year. And I let myself go completely. I ended up losing myself, gaining weight, losing my self-esteem. I ended up just letting myself go. Can you guys see me okay? It seems like it's lagging a little bit. But I ended up letting myself go completely to the point that I didn't even know myself. So this was someone that tried to match me with someone that thought would be a good match for me, a good person to date or to just be with in a relationship. I can think of the word right now. You guys know English is my second language. I didn't even introduce myself. Well, I'll do that at the end. But anyway, so that was back a few years ago, and thankfully, I got out of that relationship and became a better person since. And because, the one thing, we were talking about driving through hell last week. One thing about it is, even if we do drive through hell, we come out stronger than we were before. So that's for sure. So I drove through hell in that relationship and learned a lesson, and I'm better now because of it. So experience will make you or break you. Experience will make you or break you. So thankfully for me, it has made me, yes, building muscles. That's right. Just building muscles and making you stronger. And not only physically, not only, emotionally, but it brings you stronger spiritually, and it helps you to get closer to God. So I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for everything that I've gone through in my life, because it has me to where I am today. But anyway, so most recently, someone called me actually on Christmas Day, called me, and she said that she's been thinking for years about connecting me with this person. And so she was like, I've been thinking for years, and today's the day, just go ahead, and I'm going to send you his number, and you call him, because I think you guys are perfect for each other. And of course, maybe me, I'm very skeptical when it comes to relationships nowadays. So I'm like, I don't know. Right, okay, there you go. There you go, Cassandra, okay, that's, yes. I was like, I don't know about that. So I started searching, researching and looking for him online. Can't find him anywhere. She comes to tell me he's not on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Long story short, because I just got to get to the message. Long story short, the man is 53 years old. 53 years old. Now, I'm 36. He's 53. So you already know there is a generational difference there. And not to say that it cannot happen, but God knows what I need in my life, and God knows what I like in my life. The Bible says that He knows the desires of your heart, that He will give you, not that He knows, that He will give you the desires of your heart. So why that is not the desires of my heart, for many reasons. I stay busy and I'm always on the go. 53 years old. That's too close to being my uncle, almost my dad. So anyway, go to that to say we need to stop listening to people and depending on men so much that we end up entertaining the wrong people, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, whether it's going to church, whether it's a friendship, whether it's the gym that you go to, whatever the case may be. We need to start listening to God first. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying last week, seeking Him first. And He knows what He has for you. So Jeremiah, I think, is 1:5 that says that before He formed you in your mother's womb, He knew you. He knew us before He formed us. And today I was thinking wow. So before we were even created, He already knew what our likes and dislikes were going to be, what will make us upset, what will make us happy, what will make us peaceful, help us to be peaceful, everything. He knew everything before he even formed us in our mother's womb. Like if we start thinking about that, that is big. How much he knows us. That he will not give us things that we are not prepared for. One. Two, things that will not help us go into our purpose and the purpose that he has in our life. Two. And three, someone or something that will not keep up with your cadence, that doesn't match with you physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I don't care what people say about physical is not important. I don't care what people say about age is not important. It's nothing but a number. It is about what you desire to have and what you have chemistry with. Like I say, it could happen with someone else. It could happen even with me, but it has to be the right person. So, and it has to be God sent, not man sent. Because sometimes we get desperate too. We get desperate. The Bible says that for God, one day is, what is it? 1,000 days is but a year. But a year. What is it, Cassandra? But a year. So, no, 1,000 days is for about 1 hour. You have to forgive me. I get all the scriptures twisted in my head when I'm going. But seriously, we need to be more careful about going with the flow of things and with the flow of man. So thank you. I got it at last. So my whole thing is, and like I say, my scopes are mainly for the ladies. That's what I'm called for. I'm called to speak to my sisters. Know and understand that God knows you. First of all, he knows you before he created you. Know and understand that he also knows what you need. He will give you the desires of your heart. Know and understand that he already has your life planned out. For Jeremiah 29:11 says that he knows the plans that he has for you, of good and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. So, with that said, understand that there are also counterfeits. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, be careful with the wish list. Be careful with writing down all of the characteristics that you want in a man. Writing all the characteristics that you, or even speaking out loud the things that you want in a man. Because just as the word says, as a man thinketh, so is he. The word says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. So when you're speaking things, sometimes we don't realize that we are speaking sometimes curses. Sometimes we are actually calling into something, right there. Careful what you ask for, because you may just get it. So you have this long wish list and you end up with a witch. So be careful with the long list. And I'm an advocate of having preference. I'm an advocate to being attracted to your mate. I'm an advocate to having someone that you could actually connect with. But I'm also aware of what happens in the spirit realm. And you have to be very careful, because there's a thin line between the two. I have my MIT instructor, for example, for Christmas, right around before our last class, she was talking to us about Santa Claus and the history behind it, and how it was destroyed. The whole history was about St. Nicholas and how he actually was a follower of Christ. And from there, what'd you say? So from there, from being the whole history of St. Nicholas and he being a follower of Christ, the enemy found a way to take that and make it a holiday, make it an image of Santa Claus that is actually the total opposite of what St. Nicholas was, because it's not tied to Christ. We try to tie it to Christ to try to keep it in the midst and try to make it innocent. But if we really understand that the meaning behind it is nothing like Christ. And that's why so many people don't think about or don't celebrate God or don't mention Jesus during Christmas, because we're too busy waiting on Santa Claus to come make a wish or bring the wish list. Listen to this, to our homes. So be careful with the wish list that you write, because the enemy may come and deliver it to your home while you sleep. While you sleep. Be careful. And one thing that she mentioned when I was going back to the thin line was, we started describing the characteristics that we see in Santa Claus. You know, he loves the children. You know, everybody's waiting for him. He's cheerful. He's this, he's that. And you start thinking about the characteristics of, of Santa Claus and all of this and all of that. And we started thinking and we're looking like, okay, so this is nothing but a fake image of Jesus Christ. He tries to be, loves the children. Come on now. Come on. Didn't God say that unless we come like children, we will not walk into the kingdom of God? So he's cheerful. He cares for you. He knows what you want. He knows the desires of your heart. If you start looking, like, write down the characteristics of the two, you'll see it. And that's the same way that it works with this wish list that you write for your man, your woman, whoever you're trying to be with. You start writing this wish list, and the enemy is reading it too. You start speaking this wish list, and the enemy is reading it too. It's hearing it too. So trust and believe that 1 counterfeit, 2 counterfeits, 10 counterfeits, 100 counterfeits will come through looking like the wish list that you have. Trust and believe that he will use your best friend to bring that demon into your house. Trust and believe that he will even use your mother, your father, the closest people in your life to connect you with the devil, to connect you with someone that will derail you from the plans that he has for you, that God has for you. So please be careful, ladies. Please be careful, ladies, with who you entertain, with who you listen to. Jesus is my matchmaker. He's the one that knows the things that I need in my life. And if somebody sends you something, I'm not saying that it will not work if somebody sends you somebody, but please understand that you have to seek God's confirmation first before you bust a move. Because again, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I said last week, I think it was John 10:10. And God speaks. The thing is about it is, God never leave us, never forsake us. And that is not just a vain word. God is always present. He's omnipresent. That was another characteristic about the Santa Claus thing. He's everywhere. He travels everywhere. I mean, think about it. Think about it. He's everywhere. And he's always listening. He's always showing us things for us to understand and know the way that we need to go. But we have to pay attention. So as women, sometimes we get lonely. It is Friday night again. It is Friday night again. Tomorrow's Saturday night. And we get lonely. And somebody say, well, girl, I'm going to go and hang out with my boyfriend. He has a cousin. He has a brother. He has a friend. He has a homeboy or whatever. And you're like, oh, well, might as well do. And again, you go to Hell's Drive-Thru for a free meal. So that's it. Let's see. Because I had some notes here that the Lord had given me. We already talked about it. Because he already puts it in my heart. So, yep. He already put it all. It's already all out there. So, that's it. Like I say, I keep it short. Last week I say short and sweet. But then, after I watched my Periscope, I said my Periscopes are not sweet. We keep it short and to the point. That's what our Periscopes are. Short and to the point. This is what we do every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just CT Jackson Love. You miss it. Please replay it. Please replay it. I'm actually just wrapping up, but please replay it. Share it with your friends. Yes, you know that is it. So, I forgot to show you. I showed Tamala earlier, but you guys didn't see. Look at this. 60. Isn't that the most awesome thing? One of my friends got me that. I was like, yes, honey, yes. So, look, I love it. I get, with Kerry and I, he's happy too. It's like, oh yeah, we're sipping tea up in here. So, girl, one of my friends gave me that. I was like, yes, I just got it like 2-3 days ago. I opened the box and I thought it was like, this is like $1 million for me. Yes, sip tea. I'm about that sip tea life. So anyway, so long story short, wrapping up, for those of you that you just join in, we're talking about Jesus being our matchmaker, for us being more careful and aware of who is being sent to our life, whether it's by friends, whether it's by affiliates, whether it's by even if it's not relationship wise, business wise, even as spiritual wise. Sometimes somebody, oh, I have a mentor for you. She is good or he's good and he will be good. And next thing you know, you over here operating with the devil, one-on-one, hand in hand. So for me, like I said, he's my matchmaker. And I encourage you all to just be aware and to consult with him first, because he's always there. He's always there. He says that we will know his voice. So if we pay attention to it, yes, divine connection. And like I say, I'm not saying that it could not happen. There are some godly people that listen to the Lord and will connect you to the right person. That is for sure. But there's also a lot that are not. And they're just being led by the flesh to guide you into someone that is going to take you to drive through hell to get out of it. So be mindful. Know that he knows the plans that he has for you. Know that there is power in what you speak. Know that there is power in what you write. Know that there is power in what you think. As a man thinketh, so is he. So as you guys think it, if you're thinking about this tall, dark, handsome, has to have 6 figures, and he has to drive a Mercedes, and he has to this, that, and the other, trust me, the devil will bring you that demon. He will bring it to you the next day. Yes, if it is so, it will end up with the word of God. My God, hold on. Let me see, put some tea on that one. All right, love. If it is God sent, even though it looks like your list, if it doesn't feel like your list, it's not your list. I love ya. It's not your list. It's not your list. And sometimes it won't look like your list, and it will feel like your list, and it's still not. So you better pay attention to what's coming to your house. You better pay attention to who's coming to your house to deliver your wish mail. Because we don't do wishes here, we do blessings. Because his word says that he will not only give you the desires of your heart, but will give you exceedingly abundantly above what you could ever ask or think of. Above what you could ever ask or think of. So if you're thinking, oh, well, Lord, he needs to be, fearful of God or whatever, he gonna bring you somebody that is like, no, on fire for Jesus. So don't even worry about it. I told my friends actually on Christmas Day too, I said, I don't pray for a husband. I do not. I just don't. And a lot of women believe in praying for a husband. If that's what, suits you, by all means. But I don't pray for a husband. I pray for God's desires. I pray for God's will in my life. And if there is a man, please, God, prepare me to be ready for him whenever you so desire, if that is your will. And if it's not your will, I'm happy to. I'm happy to. Because it is not about me. So anyway, that's all I had. Like I said, I had to kind of run it over again since we had some people joining at the last minute. But not at the last minute, but you know what I mean. A little after we were about to wrap up. So anywho, that's it for Freedom Friday. Let the Lord set your mind free. He said that he who the Son sets free is free indeed. That's what the word says. So I'm here. Again, I didn't introduce myself. So my name is Marlene. I go by Marley. I am my sister's keeper. I am here to talk to my sisters about life, relationship, whatever the Lord gives me. Share my testimonies as I go, as the Lord allow me to. And just to help you guys understand that being at home on Fridays, being productive, or going out on Fridays by yourself and with God is okay. It's more than okay. It's better than hanging out with a spirit that is going to take you to hell. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Please share it. And for those that are watching on the replay, thank you. Follow me on Instagram at Pretty's Not Enough. And Facebook, it is www.facebook.com/Marley Happy. MARLEYHAPPY. And that is it for today. Thanks again for watching. Love y'all. Deuces.